Hey everyone, how are you? All right, so we are going to be talking about essential oils, if they should be used topically or if they should be inhaled, and this is depending on the situation that you are going to be using them for. So I would love your input. This is a recorded thing that I'm doing for my podcast. So if you are here live with us in the Using Essential Oil Safely community group, welcome. This, like I said, will be on my podcast as one of the new recordings for this week. And I would love some real life feedback and questions from you guys. So if you are wondering, should I inhale the essential oil or should I use it topically for whatever situation that you're in, please ask me. This would be an amazing Q&A session. You can learn a lot, and I would love to know what your questions are. So I am going to start from a question that I had from somebody who messaged the community page. Actually, it was the public page earlier today. And she was wanting to know about respiratory situations and the essential oils that are good for respiratory issues. And it was her understanding that they were best when rolled on the skin. So I was able to share with her how for respiratory issues, inhalation is going to be the most effective way to use these essential oils. So if you have questions, please put it in the comments. And all you have to do is say respiratory or tummy issue, or just throw a health issue right in the comments. And I will respond back with the best way to use the essential oils. So let me know. While you are deciding and typing in, what your situation is and which way would be the most effective way to use those essential oils, I am going to, as I mentioned respiratory issues are best when inhaled. The essential oils are best inhaled for respiratory issues. So for congestion, it's going to be similar. It's going to be inhale. Now, depending on the type of congestion, you may feel it necessary to create a chest rub, and that would be fine too. And the reason why this can work is because you are inhaling. So I generally will recommend for respiratory issues like congestion, I will recommend a steam inhalation, and I'll share my recipe with you in a moment. And this can be found in the Learning Center at leahjacobson.com. And then my recipe for a personal inhaler. And both of these recipes are found in the Learning Center. Now, you can do a chest rub, and the reason that works is because you are using it topically, and I recommend doing that at night if you are sleeping and you can't constantly put the inhaler in your nose and do your breathing and then cap it and put it away. You can apply it to the chest and throat area, because then it will start evaporating off of your skin and you will be able to inhale it. You will be able to smell it. So throw in the comments, those of you here in the community, let me know what health issue that you would like to know, if it's best to inhale or if it's best to use topically. And while you are typing in the comments, I'm going to share my steam inhalation recipe for congestion. The essential oils that I recommend for all are going to be fir needle. I specifically love the Siberian, but you can use any type of fir, and orange, sweet orange essential oil. This is safe for children, so it's safe for all ages. A steam inhalation, just the process is maybe too intense for children under the age of 10, but these essential oils are safe for all ages. These essential oils are safe for pregnancy and breastfeeding. They're not safe to use around pets. And we generally recommend avoiding using essential oils during the first trimester of pregnancy, but that's going to be any health professional. We're just really concerned with that first trimester, aren't we? So adding a drop of fir needle and a drop of sweet orange to a bowl of steaming hot water And you can put your face over the bowl, make sure your eyes are closed, and put a towel over your head to trap the steam, and then you can add the essential oils. You want to inhale deeply for 5+ minutes, or until that you feel the steam is no longer steam and it's getting cold, and until you feel relief, or until the water begins to cool. And you can repeat this daily as needed. This is a great thing, not just for congestion, but also for sinus issues. For those of you who are joining right now in our community, thank you for watching. If you have a question, if essential oils are most effective inhaled or used topically for a specific situation that you are wanting to know about, type that health issue in the comments here, and I will address whether inhalation or using topically is going to be the most effective way to get results for you. So go ahead and type it in the comments as I am here live. And while you are doing that, I'm going to share the personal inhaler recipe for congestion. Now, congestion is a thing. I know it's on a lot of our minds as we are getting into cold and flu season. And, this is something that, back to school, this is one of the hot topics. And just as a little segue, next week inside of the club, we are talking about congestion in a big way. We will have a huge congestion guide available to download, where you can download and print all of the essential oils that are amazing for congestion. So if you are interested in that, jump inside the club at leahjacobson.com/club, and you will find a list of essential oils and ways to use them as well. So continuing on, we have the congestion personal inhaler recipe. Now, like the steam inhalation recipe, it does include fir needle and sweet orange, and then also it includes cedarwood. Specifically, Atlas is the one that I recommend. So in a personal inhaler, you can add 7 drops of fir needle, 5 drops of sweet orange, and 3 drops of cedarwood Atlas. And that is something you can combine in your personal inhaler. You can take 1 to 3 breaths as needed for congestion. And if you don't know what a personal inhaler is, for those of you who are live with me in the Using Essential Oils Safely community, it looks like this. This is a gadget. This is the aluminum one with the glass inside. It has a wick that you are adding the essential oils to, and then it has a nose piece with the holes in it that you can breathe and do your deep inhalation, and then you can put it all in this capsule that is aluminum so it won't break. This one happens to have my focus inhaler, which you can find recipes for inside the club too. So all you want to do is put this up to your nose, deep inhale through the nose, and then exhale through the mouth. And that is a very effective method for inhaling essential oils. It's actually the most effective way to use essential oils for inhalation. And that would be 1 inhalation. And depending on the severity of your congestion, you may need up to 3 inhalations at a time. So that is my best personal inhaler recipe for congestion. It is safe for all ages to use. It's safe for pregnancy and safe for breastfeeding as well. So those would be my recommendations. I'm checking for comments over here, and I see someone asked about ringworm. So for ringworm, the best way to use essential oils is going to be topical application. So if anyone has any questions about, for this situation, should I inhale or should I use topically, type it in the comments, drop it in below. We went over respiratory issues, specifically congestion. It's going to be way more effective for you if you inhale the essential oils rather than apply them topically. Now, you can use essential oils topically in a chest rub for overnight sleeping, just to, so those essential oils can evaporate and you can breathe better. That's fine. And now we have ringworm. So topically is going to be your best bet. Now, ringworm will go away on its own within a couple of weeks anyways, but you can accelerate the process by using a few things. You can use essential oils, but witch hazel is actually really great too. Most of us probably have witch hazel. If not, it's really easy to access at a pharmacy or even Walmart for a couple of dollars. You can grab a bottle of witch hazel and you can apply that over those rings. several times a day if you want to, but at least a couple of times a day, and it will go away on its own. My daughter actually got this at one point, and it did after a couple of weeks. We were using hydrosols, we were using witch hazel, and it did go away within a couple of weeks. So you don't even have to join the club for that. I don't know who you are because it's not showing me your name or your face, but that would be my recommendation. You don't even need essential oils in this situation. You could use a low dilution of lavender, like a 1% dilution, which would be 1 drop in a teaspoon of lavender. If you are using a roller bottle, so a 5 ml is an equivalent of a teaspoon. So that's what you could use for your carrier with a drop of lavender essential oil. But honestly, witch hazel is cheaper. It's just as effective, and it generally will just go away very good on its own. So witch hazel would be my recommendation for you. Great question. If anyone else is here, I see several of you here live. I'm also live here on Clubhouse. Please let me know what situation that is pertinent to you right now that you are concerned about, or is maybe something that you are currently struggling with regularly. It may come up from, time to time. It may be a recurring theme every year, every few months, whatever it may be. Let me know what's on your mind, and I can let you know if that is best, if essential oils are best used topically or best inhaled for the situation, because I've seen people are confused. People feel like that. Rolling is fun. Making a little roller bottle and rolling it on the skin, it's cool. It's fun. But topical application is not going to be the best thing for everything. It's not going to be the most effective way to use essential oils for everything, especially when it comes to slathering it on the feet, which is the farthest away from the nose. So basically, unless you have a foot issue, unless your feet are achy, sore, you have calluses, whatever's going on with your feet, putting essential oils on the feet is not going to be the best way to use those essential oils. It's not going to be the most effective way to use essential oils either. And this probably could be a whole other podcast. But if anyone is here live and has any questions for me on should I inhale, should I use topically, please jump in the comments. Do not be shy, and I will answer that for you. And if I don't have any more, then I'll go ahead and jump off, but I'm willing to stay here a few more minutes just to see. I know Facebook, they just don't like to share with my peeps here in the community when I'm live a lot of times. I feel like I'm shadow banned. I don't know. We have 175.3 thousand members in this group, and we have 4 people on, and I've been on for 12 minutes. So Facebook really does not like me talking about this kind of thing. I know for sure. So if you have any questions for me, you can always contact me through my website. We have those 2 essential oil recipes that I shared with you about congestion. They're right inside the Learning Center, which is our free membership that you can find at leahjacobson.com. All right, so I'm going to get off. I'm going to hop back on, and I am going to share some information about pregnancy and breastfeeding and essential oils. So if this interests you, I'm going to be on my Leah Jacobson CCA page in a moment, and I will go live from there. So I'll talk to you later.